Okie dokie. So, last time, the group had made their way to the first tree after leaving the Crest clan, who sort of set up the party to be able to teleport to Saren so they could speak with Salamander. Um, the party was stopped on the way in by a standoffish guard, a very buff falcon man, who was very standoffish. The party convinced him that they were the Titan sent saints that were coming for the portal that was being built, and he let them pass. Upon getting into the tree, they found that the center of the tree was hollow, all the way up and all the way down, and all of the bird folk that live there fly throughout this hollowed center, making buildings at various junction points along a spiral staircase that goes all the way up and all the way down. And then above that, up in the very upper parts of the tree, there are also houses and things that require flight to get to. But since it's pretty much all bird folk that live here and travel through here, that's not really a problem. The party found the house of the chief or mayor of the little city in a tree. He told them that they had not finished the portal because they were concerned about a nefarious member of the Order of the Eyes that had been messing around in the first tree recently. There was a series of thefts that they believed were tied to everything, and because of the nature of the thefts, they thought that there might be a member of the city involved in that. And the party staked out a museum where the next item thought to be being stolen was sort of housed still within a display case. And the party, upon watching long enough, saw a pair of shadowy hands start to pull the armor into the very shadow of the armor itself. Upon intervening, Anakur cast a spell, which sort of destroyed the limb of the creature, and you were able to keep a hold of the armor. But somebody placed, or no, there wasn't anything placed on it, but Valin became acquainted with the armor and could now track it using one of her spells. So the party simply rested and recovered, and after it was reported to them that the armor had been stolen, they used that spell to track it down. Upon following the signal from the armor, they went all the way back down the tree to the roots, which hang out of the bottom of the Isle of Narth, hanging over space itself, and confronted the Falcon Guard that had stopped them on their way in, and the Order of the Eye's ninth leader, Shade, who were bickering on this cluster of rocks. The material of these rocks, the party know, is a gem that absorbs light and then gives light off as well. So there is a very strong light permeating the surrounding area. And so, like, outside of the party right now, like, shadows are all over the place. It's probably going to be hard for this shadow guy to use his shadow abilities to get around, as you saw earlier. And as you sort of confronted them, I believe there was 2 spells fired off. Onakur unleashed a synaptic static. And Graveheart used a moonbeam.
Yay!
Did anyone have anything that needed to be added to that? Anything I missed?
Sounds about right.
Sounds good to me.
Everybody should be able to roll initiatives for me now, and then I will have these guys roll against your jam.
Sorry, my character sheet's not popping up. Got it.
Is my roll showing up for you? Okay, it's not showing up for me.
He was doing that to me last time.
Was that the first? Because I hit it twice thinking I might have not.
I'm not seeing the second. No, I'm seeing the first one was a 13 and the second one was a 23.
Alright, so 6 plus.
I'm refreshing my page.
My bonus to initiative is a number between 1 and 5.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
3. Oh, they do have a mod for this that lets you have a little dice roller at the bottom right above the chat box. So that you don't have to type out roll 1d whatever. I've never seen one on Warriors.
I thought I had that on. Okay, I'll have to check that later after session. It would be nice if somebody can help remind me.
I'll try. No promises.
I know it's a difficult task. That's why I'm asking for help.
Sorry, what do I have to remind you of?
To get the dice button module for like right above the little chat bar, so you have something you can click instead of typing out the die to roll.
Okay, 1 second while I send you a DM.
That might work.
Remember the dice shit after D&D.
Return the slab.
That's not how you spell remember, but that's how I spelled it.
Remember?
No, I said remember.
You've become the meme.
Remember, Raggy.
Remember good time.
What will, Raggy? Where are my resticles, Raggy?
Oh god.
Like Scoob when they said fixing. I thought they meant like fixings on a sandwich. Like Scoob. Like Scoob.
So, save against Moonbeam was failed, and save against Synaptic Static succeeded by 1 and failed by the other. Succeeded by Shade, failed by Bird. Wait, is Bird in Moonbeam too? I guess so. Bird saved Moonbeam. Bird saved Moonbeam. So half damage from Moonbeam on Bird, full damage from Moonbeam on Shade, and then Synaptic Static on Fail. What does that do? That incapacitates for a turn?
And does damage.
Yeah. So full damage and Bird Boy's incapacitated. Half damage to Shade.
Okay, let me see. So damage. Did it roll the damage for you?
I don't see it. I think that we left it before you guys rolled damage or I did saves.
No, I thought I had just hit it. That's why I asked.
Oh yeah, it just showed up.
Okay. Well, it didn't show up for me. Love it.
And if either of them is a shapeshifter, they make the roll at disadvantage for Moonbeam.
Yes. With attack rolls and saving throws.
Until the end of the spell. Moonbeam damage. I will roll that. 2d10. That would be 9.
So Skakrak's taken 35, and Shade has taken 24 damage. And as they are no longer surprised, upon receiving the blast from your spells, Shade slaps the crystal behind him, to which it turns a sickly purple hue, and there is a blinding flash. I need everybody to make a let's say wisdom save on that.
And don't forget to add 1d4.
No. Okay, I have enough.
Ow.
Yeah, I don't think the 1d4 is going to help me, but I'll go ahead and add it.
Not the people that I... Okay. This is going to be interesting. Alright, as the crystal flashes, you all sort of like wince at it real quick, like close your eyes to like shield against the blast of light. And as you reopen your eyes, two of your shadows begin to stand up from the ground, taking on their own form and being. There is now a Shadow Mika and a Shadow Graveheart on the field. One moment.
Oh shit!
I raise my hand and wave. Like testing it to see if it's my shadow.
Gotta resize that one.
Do I need to make a concentration check?
No, you didn't take any damage.
Oh, okay. Thought I'd make sure.
And as your shadows, as your shadows crawl into existence, they do not look happy. Okay. The Shadow Graveheart is going to take flight and start flying away.
How close is he to my character? Cause, I guess an opportunity attack, I'm wondering.
Yeah, Valen can take an opportunity attack if you'd like.
And Graveheart?
Yeah, you can all take a opportunity attack against your shadow.
Oh my lord. I can't even hit myself.
I just look at them in stunned disbelief.
Hey, we didn't expect this to happen.
It might be just the magic in the air.
Alright, so I got opportunity attack from Graveheart and an opportunity attack from Valen. Did anybody else want to react?
I don't have a melee weapon equipped, so no.
Word. Alright, and then Shadow Mika. Grasps a necklace on her neck, gives a impish smile at the group with angry looking eyebrows, and poof, disappears. The two members of the party whose shadows have come to life no longer cast shadows.
Oh no, what does that mean?
It means we're gonna have to chase them down and sew the shadows back on.
Got
Oh,
feedback
no.
from someone. And with the shadows in the mix, it is now Graveheart's turn.
Oh, this is not gonna go bad at all, is it? There's a massive die behind me.
Correct, it shows whose turn it is.
Oh. Well,
We have no grid anymore, which means that you will have to use the measurement to track how far you're moving. If you hit control while you move your character, you should be able to hit space at the end when you've got the full amount of movement that you can do.
that was not what I wanted. I have 40 feet of move speed. What's the biggest radius?
The big one was Graveheart, or Oniker's Synaptic Static, I believe.
Yurt.
That
Is
just
that
goes
going
off.
to-
That just goes off the one time, right, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if this chat box lets me scroll back up to look at the spell eventually, I'll tell you.
Actually,
Come on.
I think I have a smarter idea, and that is to move the spell I can't move to where it's sitting on both of them better.
You choose a point.
Yeah,
in
it's
range.
just a one time.
Okay, cool. I will.
But they do have to make whoever failed has the muddled thoughts and minuses d6 from their constitution saves, attack rolls, and ability checks, as well as or constitution saves for maintaining concentration specifically, and they have to make a intelligence saving throw at the end of their turn to end the effect.
Oh, was I thinking of a different spell about the incapacitate thing? Actually,
Yeah, you were thinking of my psionic lance.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so he's got muddled thoughts. He's not incapacitated. Got it.
I want to move my moonbeam to where its main point is there. So it's basically halfway between the two.
Oh, so you're whoever failed just has to roll a d6 right now, and all of their rolls for a minute that are affected have that minus to it. It's just a one-time roll.
And then do I have any other spells that do not require concentration? Okay, I have Guiding Bolt. But it doesn't show up on my spell list. It's on my weapon, but it's not on my spell list.
I'm just gonna use that for the muddled thoughts thing.
Yes.
Okay, I am aiming at Evil Chicken Man. I don't know why it just gave me an attack roll. Oh, that wasn't an attack roll, that was your attack. Woohoo! I hope that hits Birdman.
Oh yeah, that hits him.
I forgot to target him. That is, I'm going to assume, not a critical hit.
Only if you rolled a 20. We're playing the Dungeons and Dragons still.
Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong game.
Yeah. We'll figure out if we're gonna do that or not when we start moving into making our own shit, though. 12's not bad.
And I'm gonna think one of those was an attack. The other one was a bonus action, I think. No, it's an action. So I used. Oops, I used 2 actions. I can't attack with my moonbeam. Or with my hit. With my guiding bolt.
Your moonbeam was done in a surprise round. Your guiding bolt is your action for your turn.
On each of my turns, I can move it up to 60
Oh,
feet for an action, and I moved it.
I see. Well, I don't have a problem with it having been there originally.
Okay.
Call it good.
So then that was that, and I'm... Oh, it just shows me how far I'm going. Let's not go...
And I'll say that the middle part of the routes is rough terrain if you're walking. Obviously, anybody who's flying doesn't have to worry about it.
No, I will fly. I'll just walk off and then take flight. I moved 40.07 feet.
You're good. I think there's a module that I don't have yet that I can put in that will limit you to your character's movement. So.
And I guess that will be my turn. Or I could rage, since I am close enough now to get there the next turn. And attack. I will rage. I would like to caw really loudly.
Right on.
That's turn.
And does Moonbeam hurt at the beginning of turns, or is it...
At the beginning of their turn.
Okay, so he'll take another 9 damage.
It says it does 2d10 every time it hits.
Alright, well, if you want to roll your 2d10.
And I've got a handy dandy notepad open where I can copy paste what I'm doing.
Probably should have taken that 9.
Yeah, I shouldn't have corrected you.
Ow.
Oh, I lose concentration, actually. I raged. So he didn't take any damage. Even more wrong system. That's Pathfinder First Edition.
Okay, so with that, he is going to make his way over to Graveheart, and he is going to attack Graveheart. Does a 17 hit Graveheart?
I think if it does, it's barely.
Is that including the minus?
Oh, is it
Attack rolls. My muddled thoughts is against attack rolls.
So then with the minus, because there's a 5, that would be 12, so no.
17 didn't even hit. I've got a 20.
And then how does the muddled thoughts work? Does he make a save again, or does it just last?
The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself.
Okay, and the DC for that is what again?
16.
He just barely fails that. All right. So the big falcon guy like flies at Graveheart, like shouts, swings this great axe at him, and misses. As he seems like to be like his head's spinning a little bit from Oniker's attack. I will say he is wearing the armor that was stolen previously. But with his turn done, that moves us on to... Why is this moving so slow? Mika, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna move out here somewhere, get like a good shot, and I'm gonna target him with an arrow.
For the movement, just make sure you have select token highlighted. So that's going to be the tokens control, and then it's like the square, the like four corners of the square at the top. And then you should be able to, yeah, and then hit, yeah, there you go. You got it.
Yeah, I remember now. It just took me a second.
No sweat. All right. A 15, and you're shooting at the bird guy?
Yes.
All right, that one will clang off of his armor. And then I think Mika has either 2 or 3 attacks.
I think it's still just 2, but
That one will miss as well.
alright, that'll be in my turn.
Alright, with Mika's turn wrapped up, that brings us to... Oop, wrong button. Oniker, it is your turn.
Swerve. Let me guess real quick. Do one of M's boys. It's not work. How do I do this?
So you control, drag, and then hit space for the movement. If you want to, like, pin a point, you left click and then continue to drag.
Okay, that's not. I'm hitting control, click. I don't know. I don't.
Your ruler pop up. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just quickly target that guy and cast Phantasmal Killer.
DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. Is going to make the save, so it takes half damage. He just barely made that save, though. 26. Hot damn.
And then I will give Valin a Bardic Inspiration.
You.
Didn't mean to click that. I meant to do.
You guys deal a lot more damage than I thought you did.
Happens to the best of us.
It's all good. I got two evil versions of you out there.
Do they
All
look
right.
exactly like us, or like shadow versions of us?
They look exactly like you if you were made of shadow.
So Graveheart looks like Graveheart.
Basically.
Do you want me to throw the art up in chat, or?
You don't have to.
Because I did alternate art for everybody's evil versions.
So instead of Mika, it's Akim.
If that's what you want to call them, you're the one that gets to name them. But seeing how it sort of shook you, and seeing that he's getting his ass kicked, he's gonna sort of scowl at you all from the little bit of his face that you can make out. He's just clearly displeased looking. But he gives a little smirk and goes, "If I can at least be a thorn in you fuckers' sides." And he'll slap the crystal again, and you're all gonna get flashed again. And Onakur and Valin, give me wisdom saving throws.
Alright, don't forget the 1d4.
Valin is never gonna fail that save.
You think you could try on me? Guess again.
That one, however, is a failure, as Onakur's shadow claws itself into the mortal coil. And then he is going to attempt to hit Graveheart with Eldritch Blasts. And miss all three, as all three of his blasts just fly into the reaches of space. with his turn over, that'll give a Shadow Oniker's turn, who is going to use the spell Dimension Door and ollie out. That's all Shade's got. Valin, you are up.
I just double checking my movement. For Hermes Bangle, was it an extra 10 feet or extra 15 feet?
10 feet, so you should be able to move 40 when you're walking. Actually, I think you're 30 because you're wearing armor.
Yes. Wait, so it's 30 regardless, or 40?
What armor are you wearing?
Wearing plate armor.
Yeah, so wait. No, your movement speed is 40, according to your character sheet.
Alright, Valena, she's just gonna look down to Mika and offer Mika a ride on her shoulders, and as she does, two wings come out of her back, and her eyes start glowing as Radiant Soul comes forth.
Okay, so yeah, with your Hermes Bangles, your flying speed is 40 instead of 30 still, yes.
If Mika would like, Mika can join in on the flying.
Okay.
If you'd like to accept her ride, Mika, it will just use your reaction.
Okay.
All
Sure.
right. Mika sort of climbs up your arm and piggybacks you.
Oof, 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 come on. It doesn't have to be exact, does it?
As long as it's not over by more than point something. Yeah, 0.24 is fine. Like I said, I think there's a module I can put in that will keep you guys limited to your movement range.
Okay.
I love that it actually looks like she's on your back a little.
Nice. Okay. How close are you? Not close enough. Okay, that ruins that plan. No, wait, if I do that, I'll remove less. where is the back of this guy?
His back is towards shade. He's facing Graveheart.
Okay, and Flynn looks at the space behind him, and like kind of does like a rising motion as she says, "Rise, Guardian of Fate," as the Guardian comes forth. Find him. I'll place it right there for now. That, and let me double check. Radiant Soul. Once each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with attack or spell. Can that be added on to when Guardian of Faith attacks?
Wait, what?
So, looking at the Guardian of Faith, because I cast it to be behind him, it looks like it should be able to immediately, let's see, any enemy that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 20 radiant damage on a fail save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
So it'll deal damage when his turn starts.
Oh, when its turn starts?
No, the Guardian doesn't have a turn, Ashley. The guy has a turn. So when the guy's turn starts and he's near it, it will be able to attack him. It only attacks when something moves into its space or starts its turn in its vicinity.
Alright,
Which is
my turn.
a conversation we've had before about this spell, because I've explained to you it works more as like a trap or a blockade than it does an attacking spell.
Oh.
Because I think what you're thinking of is like spiritual weapon or spirit guardians or something of the like. Not spirit guardians, because spirit guardians surrounds you. But you're thinking of one of the ones that like summon celestial or something like that.
Yeah, that's my bad.
That's okay.
Alright, yeah.
But yeah, this will hit him when his turn starts for 20 damage
Okay.
if he fails the save. What is your save DC, by the way? Your spell save DC?
My spell save DC?
Yes, ma'am.
Save DC, spell save DC. Oh, great. Where do I look for that?
It's at the top of your spell list. It's 16.
Okay. Oh, yep, thanks.
Alright. So you have moved, and I'll say that it was your bonus action to pick up Mika, and you have now cast a spell, so that will be Valin's turn. Unless you have a free action you'd like to do.
That will be it.
Start breaking it down.
It's a free action to cry.
Always a free action to cry.
With that, we come back around to Graveheart. What you got, Graveheart?
Graveheart is going to raise up Starchild, and I forget what I gained from my rage. I need to check the feature out.
There, that's more fun.
I gain a bonus on my attack, and I clicked on Starchild, and it didn't Yeah, I brought it up twice behind my thing. Oh. I am having issues getting. I have to restart the restart Foundry.
Okay, you're cool. We'll just hold your turn. Let us know when you're back in and good to go, and we'll have you do your thing. Because it's going to be the guy next to you's turn, and he has to make a save against Valin, and that's a dexterity save. He
Yes.
is going to not make that. So he takes the 20 damage, and he is starting to look kind of rough. But he is going to attempt to attack Graveheart again and fail horribly. What the frick? And then, since it's the end of his turn, he's going to attempt to make the save against the Muddled Tots, which is 16. Nope, he fails that. That was a 1. So yeah, he's just kind of flailing. Mika.
Uh, I crashed.
Oh boy.
Okay. That was weird, but yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him with an arrow again.
Hell yeah. That fucking hits. Was that a... That wasn't a crit. That was so close to a crit, though. Damn.
Right.
Hot damn. That one hurt him. And since that actually... Because that's... I think one of the parts of that damage is... Let me see. Yeah, cold damage. So he gets hit with elemental damage, and he's going to use his reaction to use the effect on his armor. And a wind whips up around him and buffets Graveheart for 7 damage. But 13 is a solid hit, and he has used his reaction.
I will try again, I guess. Or was that my last one? Can't remember.
That was your last.
Okay, good. Thank you.
That one hits 2. Oh, he is not looking good. Not looking good. That is some solid damage. Taking 84 damage so far.
Dang.
Anything else for Mika?
Nope, that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. Looks like Graveheart is still not back, so we will do Onaker.
Little swerve and all that. Am I able to move on to this cluster of branches right here?
Yeah, I'll say you can move that far, yeah.
Alrighty.
It's just that middle-y bit there that's rough terrain, you know?
Okay. This guy, I'm not a fan of this guy. I'm really not a fan of this guy. I going to hit him. You know what? Actually, no. This is what I'll do. Yeah, but, oh, well, 1 second. I need to. Yeah, I'm not concentrating anymore because that didn't hit. And well, why you do this to me? Let's try that again. Gonna. Oh boy, Ann. I'm afraid if I click again, this hand will spawn again. I don't know how to make this go away.
The escape button is usually a good bet. If you make an extra, I'll just delete it, though.
Okay, well, and then, so. Seats and range. Okay. When you cast a spell, and I'm going to have this thing use clenched fist to punch the shade. So it's going to make a melee spell attack.
Ooh, 5d8 force damage. Hot damn.
Yeah. How do I do this?
I think that if you just, because it uses, let's see, the hand is out. So it just says melee attack. So I'm assuming because you're the one controlling it, just make an unarmed attack as your character.
Wait 1 second. Oh, nope. I can click on the fist.
There you go. You gotta love it when you figure it out. Oh, I'll delete the extra one.
Oh, what? Wait, what? Okay, so I'm gonna roll the attack now. Yeah, it still has the -5 on it. You need to. I don't know how you've somehow given the -5 from the Falcon to my fist.
Wait, what?
It has. I don't. This fist should not have any sort of disadvantage or any minuses. Oh, yeah, no, it shouldn't have a -5 at all, and it has a -5. Yeah, it has strength. Why is it? It shouldn't have a -5 on its attack roll.
I haven't done anything to it, so I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not. Why is it? Okay, so clenched fist. Yeah, it makes a melee spell attack for the hand using
Plus
your
8.
game statistics.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
why
it's
is the
using-
formula for it?
It's using your to hit, or it should be.
It's. I shouldn't have -5. It's saying on its formula for its attack,
Yeah,
it's
you have
2d8 -5. I don't know how I didn't do that. I didn't make the formula for its
Okay,
attack.
I didn't either, because it's just using the base stats that whatever it's pulling from. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. You have a +5 for your unarmed strike. So if you rolled a 13 +5 is 18. That would hit. The first roll would have been a 4, I'm assuming. So that would have been a 9. We can just roll the numbers it's supposed to be. So you have it's a d20 +5 to hit, and then you have a, well, on a hit 48. So it just does the base 48 if it hits. So when it hits, you'll roll 48, and we'll take that for the damage.
So 5d8 for the clenched fist.
Okay. Yeah, 5d8. Okay. Why is it saying 4d8 in the other one? I think it's getting confused because of Legacy and the new version and shit.
So am I rolling another d20 then?
I mean, are you cool with just taking the roll with the right number added on? Because I worked out the math already.
I mean, if it's the first one, it's a miss. That's fine.
Okay.
It would have been an 11, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just roll the numbers manually, because I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but another thing for me to look at between sessions. I don't know what the fuck's up on the back end on that one.
I think my technical nightmares are over.
Okay, so silver linings.
It's the end of my turn.
Okay, then we will swing back to Graveheart.
And just as I said that, I am going to attempt to hit the man in front of me.
That will hit.
I believe I'm supposed to get a bonus. think I might have it.
I think you might be targeting on a Kurt. Either that or I am. That was me. My bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot to target.
Alright, there we go. So you deal 10 damage to him.
I will swing again. Actually, I do have 2 attacks. Do I have 2 attacks?
Yes.
Okay. Son of a... Oh well. I tried.
Well, the first one was a nice hit. Alright.
Anything but that.
Does a 19 hit Graveheart?
No.
Fuck! Alright. Fucking A. The Shadow Man looks panicked. Valin, you are up.
Alright, Blanchie is just gonna fly a little bit just so she can be over somewhat solid space while flying. And she just takes a look at the shade and just like kind of like smirks, and as she does so, she Think of like a Kamehameha thing as she casts this sunbeam onto the shade. Yeah, and blessed with that. And because she has Radiant Soul. Oh wait, oops, hold on, I gotta. Yeah. And because she has Radiant Soul, it is. Let's see. One at each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one of your target when you deal it with an attack or a spell. The extra radiant damage equals to your level. So that means like an extra 12 damage.
If you're a level 12 character, yes.
Oh, they need to do that.
If it is your level and not your spell level. That's a lot of
Yes,
damage.
my level.
Okay,
And plus
so
12, that's 42.
42, and it's radiant damage. Oh, shit, fuck. 42, it's 84. 84 plus 50 is 134. Yeah, like, he looks super panicked, and then Valin, like, flies in all confident and just does this Kamehameha move as the sunbeam blasts out of the palm of her hand, and this, like, as it blasts through this guy, he just, like, particle effect fades away as he's like, you like see the hood fly back, and you see just like a very average guy's looking face, but like made out of shadow, and he's like wincing as he just like dematerializes from the attack.
Am I able to, like, I don't know, photographic memory his face, or at least the some parts of it I don't know what I'm saying.
Are you saying that you want to see if you recognize who this guy was down the line, or if you recognize who he came from?
Down the line.
Okay, go ahead and make me a history check at advantage for like how well you're gonna remember this. See if Valin suddenly has a photographic memory. Not bad. You've got a general layout of his face.
Would my hand have to make the saving throw?
Nah, I'll give you the pass on it. I see it floating in and out of it, so...
Well, it's a large creature, so that's why. It does take up a bigger spot. I mean, it has the same HP as me, so the 46 won't kill it, even if it fails. However much it, or whatever BS number you rolled.
She rolled 30, and then she had an extra 12 on top of that from her Radiant Soul.
Okay, so yeah, 42 damage won't kill my hand, even if I fail, so let's roll this. It has a -5 to Constitution.
Yeah, and if I click it, the box is inside of there, so... Yeah.
My hand is now missing its middle, index, and thumb. It is now just a pinky and a ring finger.
Gonna get ya.
I look at my hand to make sure that it also didn't get erased.
Is that all from Valin?
Yep, that'll end my turn.
Then that'll bring us back to Graveheart.
Braveheart gonna lather, rinse, repeat.
And actually hope to hit this time on both swings, not just one. Oh, actually, am I still in front of him, or did he move?
You're
Okay,
still
I'm
in
still in
front of
front.
him. His AC is 21 though. I don't have it entered in roll Foundry.
Oh wait, I can roll a d4 still, can't I? Is Bless still up?
Did Bless get canceled out, Valen, for Sunbeam?
Yes, it did because I cast Sunbeam.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Sunbeam is a con attack, a concentration spell.
Homeboy got ash babied.
Biscuit. Add him, and that will be my turn.
There's two birds like squawking and flailing at each other in the middle of all of the actual combat happening. I don't think either of you has hit each other once. Well, no,
I hit him once.
You hit him once. I don't think he's hit you once. Mika fucked him up earlier.
3 times if you count the spells.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then he's gonna have to make a DC 16 Dexterity save against Altha's Guardian, which he fails and takes 20 more damage. And he is like wobbling because that is 15. And then he is going to continue to attack Graveheart. And as he's like swinging his axe at you, Graveheart, he's screaming, "I am Scalp! I am the reincarnation!" And none of his attacks hit again. And then he's going to make the save for removing the muddled thoughts, which he actually makes.
I'm also just going to give him the stare when he says he is Scout.
And that will be all he can do, which brings us to Mika.
Well, I guess I'd try to do the same thing again.
That one will miss. That one will hit. Alright. Mika, you let loose this arrow, and it hits him, and as he gets hit with the arrow, he falls unconscious. And as he's falling, he moves to grab onto the roots beneath him and fails to grab onto anything, and his unconscious body begins to plummet. You are now all out of combat.
Braveheart will fly as fast as possible down towards the falling bird.
Alright. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check at advantage.
I'm also going to have my hand fly out to try and catch underneath.
All right, same for you.
Can Valin assist as well?
Valin's flying, although you are already carrying somebody, so I'll say your acrobatics is not an advantage, Valin.
All right.
What would I
that's
give for
fine.
the hand?
I mean, it's controlled by you, so just do your acrobatics at advantage.
Okay.
Let's see that nat 20 from Anakur. Sorry.
Got a nat 1.
I cursed
Yeah,
you.
thanks
I'm
for jinxing
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
thanks for that.
But you all like move to go and get to like catch this guy, and Valin just happens to react the fastest, and somehow her and Mika are like underneath the guy, like quick enough that you're able to still be in the bubble of like breathable air that surrounds Narth. As Valin struggles to carry him back up, I assume Graveheart like catches up pretty quickly.
Yes.
Right after that, grabs on Anakur's hand, catches up, and you all lift.
My
this
hand is
guy.
still 2 fingers.
Yeah, you all like work together and lift this guy in his heavy ass green armor back up onto a solid surface, and you are all out of combat.
And I will proceed to strip him.
Do we have time for that?
It takes a while to undress somebody. I don't want to do that here.
Yeah, I was just gonna chuck him off the planet.
Yeah, but we don't have the. I mean, how you want to dispose of the wannabe god is up to you, but it's going to take us a while to get him out of the armor.
I say
I look around and it's
first
like,
we-
ground, and point at the crystals. Or up.
would it be a good idea if we take him back to the village, assuming there are people who know him?
I think he should face bird justice.
I mean, he did steal that armor.
Well, I mean, technically the shadow guy did, but he was an accomplice. He's like the security guard that he paid to be lazy that night so that way he could get in there without any hullabaloo.
Well, while they're doing that, I will take my rope out of my bag and begin tying the bird so that we can maybe more easily carry him up.
All right,
And he can't move.
You've got enough time, so go ahead and give me a survival check at advantage.
Woohoo! I'm trained at survival.
How do I delete the hand? Because we don't need it anymore.
I say that.
I think I gave Bardic Inspiration to the wrong person.
Who did you didn't you give it to him or?
Valin.
To,
Oh,
Valin.
Yeah.
Valin just
guys-
grabs the invisible token of Bardic Inspiration and hands it to Graveheart.
Go.
I wish that's how it worked.
I mean, technically, even out of combat, you can still give Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, but then I have to take a short rest to regenerate it. I'm
Well-
currently unable to break character, so my third person and in character voice is just gonna be this.
So yeah, Graveheart ties up Scath. What the fuck did I name the guy?
Scat. Let's just call him Scat. That's bird
Okay,
shit in science.
Skakareth.
Spitbird seems appropriate.
But yeah, you guys have fucking A. You all have a tied up Birdman in like emerald green armor.
Is there any remnants of shadow or shade, or did they get ash babied?
There's nothing left. He's gone.
They wouldn't have happened to have any unbreakable gems on them that would be in the ash.
No, but actually, now that you mention it, he did have some coins on him. So, like, as he poofed, video game style, like,
Scott Pilgrim?
yeah, three platinum pieces and 1 gold fall to the ground where he died.
I'll pick those up.
It's kind of funnier because it's a small amount.
Yeah. Not only was he weak, he was broke. Puts coins in pouch while whistling.
Do we notice him picking up the coins?
I ain't being sneaky about it. I'm picking up coins off the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure you see him pick him up.
Oh, shiny.
I toss a platinum to the bird.
This is worth more. Gold shinier. Thank you.
If I was an asshole DM, I'd make you make the check to catch it.
I'll actually keep the gold piece for myself and give everyone else the platinum.
Thank you.
Don. So
I feel like everyone else did a lot. Like, my greatest contribution that fight was just making sure Birdman couldn't do shit.
I mean, you really fucking stunted my hitter in that fight. I had 2 plans. One, have him do the majority of the work, and 2, if all of your shadows popped up, they would have been backup, but they popped up sporadically. So I was like, nope, they're just gonna focus on survival.
So that means three of us still don't have shadows, correct?
Correct. And now that we're mentioning that, everybody go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Son of a...
Damn.
Oh, mine didn't roll. Now it did.
Yeah, I see a 9.
Lord.
Part. My lovely little perceptive party.
Mika!
The Ranger, that's who I knew I could count on. Let's go.
All right. So, Mika, you notice it. Mika, you don't have a shadow. Graveheart doesn't have a shadow. Valen, of course, still has her shadow. Anakur shouldn't have his shadow, but Anakur still has a shadow.
There's something not quite right here.
That
What's
bad
that?
shadow?
Look at your shadows. There isn't any, except for you. You shouldn't either, but you do.
Can I closely
Hey,
examine my shadow now that it's been brought up to my attention?
Yes. And I will say, as you look at your shadow, like you go to a surface where you can more easily make out like finer details of it or whatever. Like that's not your shadow.
That's
And you recognize your sister. This is your sister's shadow.
If a lizard could sweat, this lizard would be sweating. He's gonna be like kind of like choking on his words a bit. He's gonna be stuttering.
what does that mean? Why does that look like my sister?
Cohabitation?
I'm gonna take a wild ass gamble, and I'm gonna cast message and send a message to my shadow and ask it who it is.
All right. What would an evil, standoffish, wanting to survive alternate version of Anakur say in response to that?
Like, what would an evil, standoffish, wanting to survive? It would. I want to give this guy a different voice? Do I want to give him a proper voice?
It's your shadow. It's your dark side. It's your Bizarro.
Hmm.
I'm you, but better looking.
There's your shadow Anakur.
It's it's definitely not me, but it sounds like me, but a little bit like more throaty. Do I sound like that?
Like you gotta go to arcs?
I'm going to. I need to. I want to cast my Moon Meteor suggestion on it. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, on the shadow that is actually attached to you.
Yes.
Is everybody in the group, like, looking at Anakur's shadow right now?
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go to cast this spell on it, and you feel like it doesn't really do anything to it, but, like, everybody's staring at your shadow. You look at it kind of, like, shake, like it's nervous, and then it sort of pops out of the ground like your shadow did earlier, and a, like, dark, like, shadowy version of your sister stands before you. And she looks really nervous.
What are you and why do you look like my sister?
I told you before, I said, she, like, taps her fingers, like, nervously together. I've been with you for a while. I'm part of Almura. Like, what just left you was part of you. I'm the same thing, but two parts of the same whole. All I knew was that I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
He's gonna roll. He's gonna roll for insight on that, but it's gonna be at disadvantage. I'm giving myself disadvantage on that. He
Right
wants
on.
to see if that's the truth, but he is really taken aback by that. Nat one, that doesn't happen.
It sounds like the truth, that's for sure. And you remember being in the maze at the circus and hearing a shadowy version of your sister tell you that she's always with you. At the moment, it seemed a little more scary because everything in the maze was kind of fucked, but maybe she meant it in a good way.
Anakur's gonna reach out to like he's going to touch it, and but then he pulls his hand back, and he's like, "How?
When how are you here? How long have you been with me?
She, like, looks at her feet. Since the big explosion, the thing with the skull in the sky. The last thing I remember before that was them dragging me out to the skull in the desert.
Do I remember this skull in the sky? Is that something that?"
You can deduce that she's probably talking about your fight with Lox when he has attempted to ascend to godhood.
Okay. So the Velk fight?
Yes.
Okay.
How did you get attached to me?
Like I said, it was kind of all I knew was that I wanted you to be okay. It was, like, the only thing driving me. Like, before that, I remember getting dragged out to the skull, and then it's like everything went black, and then I was with you. But for a while, like, I had no way to talk to you. But then, like, when you were in that ethereal underground place, that was when I was first able to reach out. But I think that I've been sort of this thing for a while now.
Why are you able to show yourself now?
Well, I think I've been able to show myself for a while, but I was kind of nervous how you'd react before now. She's gonna get real quiet, and she's gonna lean in, and she's gonna go, Anakur, all I know is that I want you to be safe. But I have a lot of bad thoughts now. There's a lot of things that I want to do that aren't that. So, by focusing on this, I think I'm able to control myself a little.
He's gonna do another insight. With this one, it's just gonna be regular.
Yeah, she's telling the truth, but there's like a darkness in her voice when like she talks about like having urges. Like her voice gets like slightly eldritch for like just a split second.
Anakpur is going to attempt to hug his shadow sister.
Yeah, your arms fine purchase. But like anywhere your skin touches skin, it's cold, lifeless. You don't feel a heartbeat, you don't feel warmth. But it feels like your sister's skin otherwise.
Feeling that he was actually able to hug her, he's gonna start choking up a bit, and I'm sorry I left you. I'm sorry I made you into this. I'll make it right.
Her eyes like flash red as you say, I'm sorry I made you into this. And she goes, you didn't make me into this. They did. They! Just like her edges like blur for a second as she gets kind of angry thinking about what happened.
Anakpur is gonna start whistling a song that he used to play it kind of in a way to annoy his sister, because she was always the academic and he would always try to mess with her, but after a while it ended up just becoming like a little bit of like background noise to her studies, and it became a part of their relationship that if she didn't hear that, she liked studying near the noise, so she hated studying in places that were quiet because of it.
And like as you're like holding her and attempting to like comfort her, she just slowly like sinks back into the ground and like as she like sinks out of your arms, like she keeps going until like her head, like the top of her head is like still above the ground, and like she's looking up at you, and she goes, I'm I don't think that I can. And then like it goes quiet as she finishes sinking back into your shadow.
Anakuru is gonna like drop to his knees and like start like just quietly scraping the ground, scraping where the shadow is, and just whispering not again, and whispering just over and over again, saying no, no, no. He's gonna start having a full-on breakdown.
So yeah, all of you have watched that happen, and Anakur is currently like falling apart.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to put a hand on you.
Elena's gonna do the same. Put a hand on his shoulder and in silent comfort.
He's gonna flinch slightly initially at both of you putting a hand on him, and he's gonna try and control his breathing. He's gonna kind of shake his head a bit, and he's gonna be still kind of silently crying to himself, but he's gonna stand up and he's like,
We've got business to attend to.
Are you sure? I mean, we're here for you if you need more time to process your emotions.
No, the more time we waste here, the less chance I have of helping her.
Kind of a point. But you're not the only one. You've got us to help you.
he's just gonna nod, look a bit distant still. He's not ready to really fully go into it yet. Now is definitely not the place.
Alrighty. So, I'm assuming you're going to take Skakareth to the town guards, or
I mean, haven't we talked to the top man already?
yeah, you've
Well,
talked to the leader of the first tree.
why not take him there? I'll go, maybe to the boss with this one. And I'll pull on the rope that I've got him tied up with.
Quick refresher question. One of the things that we're looking for, like something was stolen that prevented them from making the rune thing, or they were just going to let us use it by helping us solve who was stealing stuff from them.
I believe that they, and I could be misremembering, I believe that they did not finish activating the portal because they were afraid that, like, these guys might end up using it and getting away with their stolen stuff.
I think it was something along those lines.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was either I couldn't remember if it was they stole something that was needed for the rune ritual, or that they just didn't want to do it because of them.
I do know that it was stated that upon figuring it out, that they would activate the portal for you all.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, take him to the. I'd probably say take him up to the guy, to the leader, and then have him let the guard do what they will.
All right, so you begin the process of hauling Skakareth's unconscious body to Inerith's house. Did anybody want to do anything to stabilize him along the way, or were you going to just leave it to him to, like, stabilize on his own?
I was going to let his head hit one of the crystals on the way up.
Valen would like to heal him if nobody else wants to.
Yanakor definitely doesn't want to heal him.
All right.
Yanakor wants to do something very illegal.
Oh my.
She like places her hand on the knocked out guy's forehead and heals him.
All right. So he is not dying, but he is unconscious for 2 more hours. So yeah, you go through the process of dragging him all the way up the tree, which takes about an hour or so, and you make it to Inerith's house, and you kind of throw him on the floor at Inerith's house, and he says, "Wow, that was not who I expected, but he's definitely got the stolen armor."
Yeah, he was working with a shadow. Who stole our shadows?
Oh. Well, that's different. Did you capture the shadow fella?
Incinerated?
As long as he's taken care of. We can let the Crest informants know that the problem is gone. But that also means that we can get that portal fired up, and you can all get your way over to Saren.
Oh, Dingbat here also thinks he's Scalf.
The little owl man just kind of chuckles at that. If anyone's shown themselves to be a reincarnation of Scalf today, it would be you, friend. Finding the source of our troubles and returning this armor to its proper home.
I will stand there a little gobsmacked and go, thank you.
Of course, if there's any way that we can assist you all, other than the portal, of course, just let us know. We're happy to give back. You've done a lot for us.
Well, I guess for me, I'm concerned about my friend's shadows. I mean, they're off when God knows who where, and I don't know. We don't know what it means, or like how long a shadow can be gone from a person until like potential consequences.
Perhaps you should visit a healer. We do have a very good druid here.
We'll definitely take up that offer.
Absolutely. If you'd like, her offices are, and like he'll start giving you directions, and he lays out how to get to this druid, in case you all want to get checked up about your shadows. And then he also outlines the way to get from that druid's to where they will be completing the teleportation circle. If there's anything else that you need at all, just be sure to let us know.
How are we looking on our rations, guys?
I've still got some. I can also hunt.
Well, I'm sure we can supply you with some extras on top of everything that you've got as well. I have a whole sack of apples in the kitchen. I'm sure you wouldn't mind having some extra apples, right?
Of course not. We would appreciate it greatly.
And he like hobbles into his kitchen and like drags back this like burlap sack of apples, and it's probably like 5 pounds of apples.
Belin takes it and she stuffs the apples in her bag. But before she does that, she looks to her friends and like opens up the bag, counts how many apples there are, and tries to divide them equally between everyone.
I mean, it's a lot of apples. Like, how much is? Let me consult the internet.
I just can look at the bag of apples we have in the fridge. Right.
Oh, well, I have misassumed quantities because it says 5 pounds of apples is about 15 apples. So I'd say it's probably more like 10 or 15 pounds of apples, which means there's probably somewhere around 45 apples in there. Like, it's a big bag.
We could make apple magpies. That voice is annoying.
So if you take the whole 15 pounds, you have 45 apples. Uh, Otherwise, it's about 15 apples per 5 pounds. So anybody who wants to take apples, add apples. So yeah, from there, you all know where the druid is. Did you want to visit the druid, or anything else you wanted from Innerith before you left the chieftain's office, or?
Um, a proper ranged weapon, might be nice.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I am a barbar. What am I proficient with, ranged weapon wise? Easier for me to figure out on my D&D sheet. And crossbow.
Not
Oh,
the.
I get martial and simple, so I could use even a longbow if I wanted.
Oh, okay.
A longbow and arrows.
Longbow will probably run you about 50 gold pieces.
That does bring up another question for me. Am I only supposed to have platinum right now? Or did I have gold that just didn't get transferred over? I don't remember if I spent the rest of my gold.
I think we went over this last time and that you did, but I will double check real quick.
Okay. That works. My brain is doing my brain's thing.
How much platinum did we get each?
Each of you got one.
I got a gold because I gave you all the platinum.
Right.
Okay, so That would be 5 platinum.
According to your D&D Beyond, you should have 335 gold. But I don't remember if you've bought something since we moved everything over to Foundry. I do believe it should have grabbed your gold when I transferred everything. And I vaguely remember you exchanging coins at some point, I think. We're running off of a platinum is 10 gold pieces, so.
Yeah, so it would be 5 gold plus. It doesn't look like I've bought anything. I did spend some money. I remember that. I just don't remember how much. So I'll just go without the gold.
Sounds good.
Oh no, it was stolen.
Oh?
Yes, when we were in the circus.
Oh. Alright, I've taken a note down, so if it comes up again, I remember.
I also made a note.
Alright, anybody need anything else?
By chance, do you have any spare diamond dust?
I... You need...
Or maybe a scroll of Revivify?
You need 100 gold pieces worth, right? Per cast?
Yes.
I think that they would be able to give you like 200 worth, so you get 2 more casts of that.
Thank you.
And I'll backtrack on the money for Graveheart's bow as well. I'd assume somebody'd be able to find you a basic bow and probably like 20 arrows.
I was about to give myself back 50 platinum. No?
Don't take advantage of my kindness now. I know I'm pretty stingy with giving you guys money, but so yeah. With that, did you guys want to visit that druid and get yourselves checked out?
Druid,
Lindsay?
witch doctor.
What were you trying to say, Valin?
Valin, like, she looks to her friends like, I think we really should get your shadow situation checked out.
I mean, everyone's been without their shadows once or twice.
be back in just a moment.
I found out I can't search the compendium for this.
Okay, so are we visiting the druid?
I mean, it still sounds good to me.
All right, so you guys follow the directions to the House of Healing, where the local druid practices taking care of everybody in the first tree. And a little cardinal woman greets you as you enter, and she's very clearly the druid. She welcomes you all in as you like come through the door, and she goes, "What seems to be the problem today? Don't see many folks that look like you here very often."
Um, Apparently, she's concerned that our shadows got stolen, and his turned into his sister.
Sure.
I point first to.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I point first to Valen when I say she, and then I point to Anakur.
And she'll see that two of the four of you are missing shadows, and she just looks very confused. But she starts casting spells and examining you. She, taking you aside to like an examination room, and like looking you all up and down individually. Uh, she says, I don't see anything wrong with you physically, but you're correct. The two of you are missing. You're missing your shadows. I I've never seen anything like it before.
A shadow guy stole them? He slapped one of the crystals down under the city, and our shadows disappeared. Then we killed him, and they didn't come back. Well, I should say they turned into things that looked like us, left, and then they didn't come back when we killed the shadow guy.
Huh. So like so it's almost like something happened that made your shadow some sort of separate entity. If it was some sort of, like, spell that required him to concentrate, it would have gone away when you killed him. Maybe it's some sort of powerful curse? But I don't sense a curse on you either, so...
Maybe it was a spell on the shadows?
Well, I suppose if the spell itself was cast on the shadows, that would mean that it would have to... I'd have to have your shadow to undo whatever spell is cast on them. But that does raise the question how one casts a spell on a shadow.
Don't ask me.
Well, as far as I can tell, you all have a clean bill of health. There doesn't seem to be anything magical going on with you that's affecting you at all. So, outside of your shadows missing, you're all perfectly healthy.
Good news. So I guess we take the portal now and go find other things to do?
All right. Everybody clearly on their A game tonight. So yeah, after getting your clean bill of health, you all head towards the portal, and by the time that you arrive, the bird folk have just finished putting the last touches on it, so that you may all use it in order to head to Saren. You are informed that they're able to send you back and forth once per day. Well, back or forth. So once you go through the portal, you won't be able to come back for 24 hours, and vice versa. Unless, of course, one of you has the ability to use such a spell, in which case you might be able to bypass that as much as you can use that, so... So every 15 apples was 5 pounds. And there was 15 pounds worth of apples, so there was 45 apples. with that all stated for you, Inrith looks you all over and says, anything that you need before you head through? There's no coming back for a whole day after that.
I don't think so. What about you all?
Can't think of anything unless we have to go back down and find our shadows, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't see why we'd need that.
I don't know. But sure, we can go through the portal. Let's move forward.
Inrith nods and says, we'll keep an eye out for your shadows. If anything turns up, we'll try and find some way to contact you all.
Awesome.
With some final handshakes and thank yous and the cheers of the people of the first tree, you all pass through the portal and you find yourselves coming out the other side in a factory that is familiar to at least one of you. What was that family's last name? I have to check notes, just a moment. The Flynns. The Flynn Family Factory. It's a lot of F's.
This place looks interesting.
Yes, you step out of the portal, and you're in this, like, industrial style factory, but instead of there being like a bunch of machines and things around, there's various stations of people doing art. You know, there's like this kobold in the northeast corner doing some crazy shit with paint, and then there's a lot of tieflings. The main one that stands out is a purple tiefling with some like goat legs who greets you as you come through and goes, Valin! And Valin, as you all head through the portal, you see... Oh, she's AFK. A lot of good that does me. But yeah, there's one Giddy Flynn, an old traveling compatriot of the party who greets you as you come through the portal and goes, welcome to Saren, the city of magical science. We will pause for just a moment. If anybody needs to use a restroom or something, go ahead and do so now, and we will do a bit of role play before we call it for the night at 11. Yeah, who would have known that me going, yeah, you guys can have some apples would be like grounds for like a huge mathematical issue. Every time I think that I'm doing something the simple way, I shoot myself in the foot.
That's because we're here to mess it up.
Hey, I'm herding cats. I'm doing my job.
Whose air fryer goes up to 450?
I think mine does.
Mine only goes up to 400.
I think mine can. Yeah, 450 or 4. Yeah.
I've got two of them. I got two of them, so.
Mine said I was able to cook steak in it, so I was a little scared. It's like steak is fatty; it creates grease.
Well, I never have an issue with things like making grease, because I cook burgers in my air fryer all the time.
It doesn't make a ton, but I did cook some fatty meat in it once and had to clean out the bottom.
Yeah, as long as you keep it clean, it's not really an issue like any other fryer, you know? I'm going to be right back real quick.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We may or may not be meeting a familiar face.
Ooh.
We're retracing our old stomping grounds.
All right, we got everybody back?
Fun time. Yep.
All right, as you all step through the portal, Valin, you're greeted by a familiar face, a purple tiefling, one Giddy Flynn, as the party steps into the Flynn family factory, where they are all currently working on different forms of art. As I was describing before break, there's like a kobold in the northeast corner doing like stuff with paint. There's a guy making shields, like in a little room to the west. Berlin, you'd know there's like a lumber section to the southeast. There's textiles to the southwest. There's even a way to get into the sewers from here. But yeah, you see the familiar face of Giddy as you step through the portal, and he goes, "Valin, good to see you. Everybody, welcome to the city of Saren, the city of magical science."
Hey, Giddy, it's good to see you. How has your family's business been?
Well, things haven't been too bad on our front. Lots of new stuff coming out of the works. I rolled out the living teapots as a standard thing, and they're being mass produced now. Everybody wants one.
That sounds really
That's
cool.
wonderful.
That sounds terrifying.
He sort of chortles. And like he like gets down looking at Mika and like, do I smell? Do you have tea?
I do.
And he'll like run off excitedly, and then Giddy comes back carrying a little Mika-sized teapot that has 4 legs and a little happy face underneath the spout.
I get like, when you see a puppy and you're just like, oh, so I'm really giddy, and I am just like, oh, I love it so much.
Something tells me you'll find a use for this. And Giddy hands you your very own little living teapot.
Really? Thank you.
Oh, that was sweet.
Hey, look, Onakor. Someone as horny as you are. I'm being stared at right now.
Oh, Giddy.
Parkour is going to look at Graveheart and then just turn away and ignore him. He is not in the joking mood.
But yeah,
Giddy, let me introduce you. These are my friends, Mika, Graveheart, and Onakur.
and he like shakes everybody's hand and goes, "Yeah, I guess I'm the head of the Flynn family factorials now. It's been kind of crazy. Sorry I bailed on you all." But what, those Crest people, they came through and they hired us to make this portal for you all, but they didn't really let us know what you were after. Certainly you didn't just come all this way to see me again.
I don't even know you yet.
Did Valin fall asleep on us?
That's not feeling good to talk, but Valen, like, looks over to Mika. Well, one of the things that we're over here for is to find the rest of Mika's family. They lost their family scattered after I forgot what they were, but they attacked their village.
They were bugs with crystals in them.
Usually I like bugs, but those bugs were mean. They were all
They were
crystal
also
and huge.
they were also at least as big as you.
I know. It's a good thing I stabbed them with my sword.
You know, I think there was a few mouse folks that showed up recently. They came from the east.
Oh.
I've
You
been
know
kind
where
of,
they could be now?
well, I've kind of been stuck here working on this project, but I'm sure you could find some information around town. You know where the bar is and everything.
She nods.
Oh, and in case you need to use the ships, here's this. And he hands you a little slip that's a rite of passage for, like, using the Saren docks without having to pay a fee.
And a new weird thing. You haven't by any chance seen 3 shadows walking around, have you?
You know, it's weird that you mentioned that. People have been talking about seeing shadows out of the corner of their eyes recently, but I mean, I haven't seen anything.
They would have been new. Like, a few hours old.
This has been happening for a while, so maybe something different.
Well, if you see one that looks like me, him, or her, pointing out Mika, myself, and Anaker, we need them disenchanted.
Huh. Well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out. And having had it pointed out to him, he, like, notices that, like, 2 of you are missing your shadows, and he just kind of whispers to himself, how did he lose a shadow?
Was I able to hear that?
I mean, probably. He was just talking to himself.
They were stolen by a man that was basically a shadow. Well, he could use them to steal stuff.
Huh. That kind of sounds like the powers I've heard Vindane described as having.
It wasn't him. I know Vindane.
Well, that's good, at least. But who knows? Maybe somebody in town knows something about your missing shadows.
You want to show us around?
He's gonna scratch the back of his head. I would love to, but I'm actually kind of caught up with something else at the moment. There's this whole gang that my family got involved with before, and we had to deal with. And when Volin helped me before, we put the head of the gang behind bars, but he's gotten out somehow. So I'm sort of dealing with that.
Oh no.
What?
Could it be one of the eyes?
His one of Giddy's eyebrows like raises as you say that. His name was I.
Okay.
Was he a captain?
No, he was a doppelganger, and he took on the form of my mother for a while to try and take control of my family business.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, they murdered my father and framed me for it.
Ah.
So I am a little preoccupied at the moment, I'm afraid. But Valin knows her way around. She's been here before. She should be able to lead you to all of the major places that you might need to go. She knows where the shops are. She knows where the bar is. She'll know where the factory... Well, obviously you're in the factory district. But Saren is broken down into layers. It's sort of built up out of an island in the middle of the lake. And each layer is either a different sort of caste of citizen or some sort of use space. So there's a factory district, there's a research district, there's a studium district, and then there's several like community districts, and then there's like a trade district as well.
Yeah, I can get my friends around town. No problem.
So yeah, given your current situation, where do you think the party would go to try and gather information, considering your friend Giddy isn't necessarily going to be of use here?
Well, you can go to the tavern or find like a market, an outside market.
You know that there's a really popular bar that people frequent, Valin, from the time that you visited before, because that's where you gathered information when you were investigating the gang.
Mm-hmm. You could check out the bar first. That place has been very helpful in the past.
First round's on me.
So yeah, you all let Valin take the lead, and she guides you through the streets of Saren. And as you come out of Flynn Factorial, there's like the factory is on this like platform, but the platform is also like built into this central towering mass that is like the majority of the city. For those that have played 14, it's kind of similar to like Limsa Laminsa, except for like much bigger and like very arcane in nature. But also like it's almost like industrial revolution here. There's smokestacks coming out of various places, churning out rainbow-colored smoke, and the sky above is actually like heavily polluted with these like various gases coming out of the place. The sky is iridescent and multicolored. Even in the morning sun, which, you know, if anything, should be like an orange or something, but like you're seeing every color of the rainbow up in that bitch. There's on occasion entrances to like a ventilation system that runs throughout the entire structure, and there's like kids crawling in and out of these vents and like playing in them and stuff. There's like runoff that comes out of some of them, and there's just fucking rats everywhere. Like everywhere you look, there's rats, and like fat rats. Like they're living well here. But then again, everybody here seems to be living very well. It's a very technologically advanced society. But you pretty easily make your way to the bar in Saren, which is the Rusty Driver. The entrance into the Rusty Driver is a double doors. There's a vent giving off some like sparkly, glittery smoke on either side of the door. And entering into the building, it's mostly wooden floors throughout the place. There is a like indentation directly to the right after the entry doors, where there's like a fire pit and like a table around that fire pit with like seating around that, and that's filled with all sorts of like factory workers taking a break. There's people all over the bar currently. A lot of them seem to be from nearby factories. Some of them seem to be more important people, and the more important people sort of are like keeping to themselves. It's a very like classist sort of deal going on. And there is a young tiefling woman behind the bar, Pink, who is wiping a glass down currently as someone at the bar sort of like talks her ear off, and you see her like with like one eye closed, looking away, nodding, not listening. There's a general hum of chatter everywhere. It seems like everybody's kind of tired tonight. Sounds like Alpha's having an especially rough time. So it might be a good place to call it for now. How's everybody feeling?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody go ahead and work on what we're doing from here. Because like it's good to have a unified front on what the plan is. I know for one, it sounded like there was an interest in visiting Salamander, who is to the east of here. Maybe we also think about how, because if you're gonna try and figure out where the mice are here in town, it could also be useful to try and question people around here and figure out what they know on that, because there might, because like Giddy said that he thought he heard something about people coming into town that were mice, so there's a good chance that there are some here, but gathering up where they're at and whatnot is going to be the next challenge on that front. But yeah, thank you all for playing. If you're watching on stream, thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, because it helps us out. And have a good one until we see you next time.
Bye.
Good night, stream and
See ya.
YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Good night.